Welcome to
Weekends with Sis.
Thanks for tuning in to another podcast. So, girls, what is this weekend's podcast about?
Love and relationships.
It's gonna hurt some feelings.
Yeah. Warning, this might trigger some people. And if this triggers you,
Don't watch.
So, let's start it off. So, let's go around, let everyone share their relationship status. And then after that, then we'll do our favorite celebrity couple and why.
sounds good.
Go ahead, Kara.
Okay, my relationship status, I'm taken.
Okay. My relationship status, I'm engaged. Been engaged for 2 years.
Hey, congrats.
Thanks.
My relationship status is single.
My relationship status is taken.
Hey. Period.
Celebrity couples.
Who y'all like? Who y'all like?
I'm really feeling Tammy and Walker, y'all. I really am.
Why you like them?
They just have this vibe, this real vibe, and it's not fake at all. Everything is real with them. Everything is raw.
I like that. Yeah. That's a good explanation.
You respect the real. Respect the real.
I feel like mine's Remy Ma and Papoose, same thing, raw, real. She disclosed a lot of things about health and them trying to have a baby. And of course, he held her down for her whole bid. So some of these men out here couldn't do that. But I feel like they're a real couple.
Okay. Well, my celebrity couple is Barack and Michelle Obama.
That's a good
Yes,
one.
I mean, my president's
Black
black.
love.
Black.
Yeah.
Black love.
That's what Remy Ma
I'm-
and Papoose said too, right?
Yeah,
They got
yep.
some sneakers on
Black
and all
love,
that.
yep.
Mhm.
I love Michelle and Barack because, like, they're a power couple.
Yes.
It's just not him that is powerful. She's powerful as well, and I really love that. And together they're
Yes,
just
positive.
a beautiful family, and I love it.
Like that. You're
I'm
becoming. Yeah.
Becoming, yes.
Ooh. Mine is Jeannie and Jeezy. I love them. They're like exclusive. Nobody really knew about them when they got engaged. She was so into her culture, into her lifestyle,
Good.
into
That's
her
good.
ethnicity. Like he made it like the whole engagement like about her and her life.
That's
You
what's
know,
up.
and I love that. He took the time
Yes, that's what it's about. Taking the time to get to know that
to really get to know somebody.
That's what's up.
That's why I like them.
All right, these are our celebrity likes.
Yes.
Comment and share who y'all like
And why?
and why.
So to start it off, I know someone is in a long distance relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we might have all been in a long distance relationship
Definitely.
at some point. Yeah. So how long is too long to be in a long distance relationship? I think a year is too long.
Really?
After a year, it's time. I give it a year and a half too. You
That's
say a
too
year?
long.
That's just me.
I feel like it depends on where you live, too.
Yeah.
And it also
Yeah.
depends on where you're at in life.
Right.
Because
That's the key. That's the
it's
key.
important.
Like
That's the
you
key.
can't just up and move if you don't got no job, you don't have no
Right.
money saved. Like
No, you
you
can.
need.
You can move and not have a job. That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
it's. I guess it all depends on.
Do you have support while you're
Right.
coming in?
If you have support,
But that support comes from the girlfriend.
it could.
It can. That's true.
Because there could be
Because
some
if
people.
you don't know anybody, if you don't have any family, where else is your support gonna come from? You should have saved money. Yes. That's
Right.
important.
There's a lot of famous people who have moved, like, to different states, like, by themselves, even with, like, their kid or kids, and just, like...
And they had that money. You
only
said
had-
famous.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
but
They
before
have
they
money.
got, like, Taraji P. Henson, she moved to LA when she only had $700 in her pocket.
Mm.
She was.
She
She
made
was
it. That's a good
grinding.
point.
She
That's
was
a good
grinding for a
point.
minute.
That's
She
a
was
good
grinding
point.
for a minute. That does make it good.
Tiffany had it. She lived in her car.
I think
Like,
it's all about having a plan too, because she had a plan. She was focused. Like, I'm doing this regardless.
That's what
And
it
I
really
think
has
that's
to
a
be
big
about.
thing. Yes, you have to be focused.
With long distance, you really need to sit down and talk to the
it
other
has to
person.
be planned out.
You need a plan. You can't just go into it saying, "Oh, I'm in love," and
Right.
no, you need a plan.
And that's why I
You
feel
need a
like
plan.
long distance relationships don't always work out because there's no plan.
Right? You're just,
I
oh, we're
feel like
boyfriend and
that.
girlfriend, and time is going by. 6 months go by, a year go by, a year and a half goes by, 2 years go by, and it's like, okay, we're comfortable.
Yeah,
now.
that's it. I was about to say
What's
that. You
next?
took that off
That
my
goes, that
list.
goes
next?
with being in a
Comfortable-
relationship
yeah.
in the same state.
Mm.
Being comfortable, very comfortable.
That
Living
is-
together, you can be very comfortable.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Right. And that brings you to when you say in state and being comfortable, how long is too long to be in a relationship without getting engaged or moving to the next level? You know what I mean? Because comfortability is just a big thing.
I don't want to be a forever girlfriend.
Mm.
I'm
That's
not,
that's just not it.
I'm not your roommate.
It's
sir.
not. We're not
Yeah.
roommates.
That's
We
true.
ain't
I'm not your
buddies.
roommate,
No,
sir.
I don't want to be a forever girlfriend.
Is there a time limit or no?
I feel like there should be a time limit. There should definitely be
I
a
agree
time
with
limit.
that.
Because if not, like we said, you'll get comfortable. In 10 years down the line, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's my boyfriend. No!
She's
That
heavy on
ain't
this
it!
one.
That ain't it, Chief! That ain't it! No.
No,
You
you're
I think
right.
3 to 5. After 5,
Yeah, after
Yeah,
five.
absolutely.
alright.
After 5 years.
Five, that's
Yeah.
it.
But the thing is, a lot of people will propose to somebody to keep them quiet or to keep them in a relationship, and that's
so that
manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fall for it, sis.
it's happened.
It has. It has.
happened.
You not think you just gonna put a ring on my finger and
To shut me up. Mm-mm.
Or to hold me here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't no.
And don't fall through with it.
This
No,
ain't.
not have any plans
that's
for
awful.
marriage?
That's awful.
To actually get in.
That's embarrassing. That's very,
Very
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
That's very
I'm like, oh
embarrassing.
damn, y'all still didn't get married yet.
Mm.
Y'all was supposed to get
Damn.
married.
Honesty.
Damn.
Honesty.
Get it, sis.
Do I have a cup?
Come on, sis.
Damn.
Okay.
Honesty,
I'll
get
sip from
it.
your cup. Okay, honest tea coming out soon. Okay.
Damn.
So, on that topic,
Oh.
honest tea, my life, engaged,
Mm-hmm.
child,
Mm-hmm.
engaged for about a year. Good year. No marriage, wedding gown,
Mm.
plans, venue, almost paid for.
Wow.
Didn't get married. Had to cancel everything. Getting comfortable. You gotta let it go. If it's
Wow.
not meant to be, it's not meant to be. You can't force things.
That's right.
You
That's
wait
right.
and you wait, you can't force things.
Like I don't want somebody to be with me just because you think that's what I want. I want you to want it as
Right,
well.
that's the key.
Right.
That's the
Not
key.
because not because I want it, because you want it, because you're ready for it.
Right. Right.
Just because I'm ready for it doesn't mean you're ready for it. And if we're both not ready for it, we shouldn't be together.
It's very true.
But that's when communication comes in too. Communication is so important because I feel like we said in long distance, right? You gotta plan things and you gotta fill them out.
Yeah.
Because if you don't plan, you'll just sit there and like she said, it goes back to being comfortable.
Comfortable.
But you could plan. You could plan. It
You
was
can
planned.
plan, but it's
was
that
planned.
action behind
Right,
the
right.
plan.
So you could communicate all day.
But
But I mean, I
Yeah,
feel like in
you
your
know.
situation, like I would probably have been the same way. You know what I mean? If someone proposed to me and I have a family and child with them, what are you supposed to do? Like, what are you supposed to
But
do?
that,
You
that,
try to make
that
it-
you
you try to make it work, yes.
but that doesn't mean it always is going to work out.
Right? Because I feel like
That's
if,
true.
if I was meant to be married to that person, then I would be married to that person. I was meant to have a child by that person,
But it don't always mean
that I'm supposed to marry that
marry
person.
them or even be with them long term.
Mhm,
That's
right.
true.
I gotta
'Cause
still got a
God's
blessing out of
plan.
it.
Yeah, that's true. That is so true.
Yes.
That's my
Now,
honesty.
being single, let's go to Married at First Sight, right? You know, that's one of our shows.
Yes.
And she
Love
said
it.
she was single for 10 years.
Woo,
Now, this
honey.
is your realm, Jay, right?
Woo.
Single for 10 years. That's crazy to me.
Okay, so I've been single for like a little bit over a year.
Well, let me not say that's not crazy, because I mean, it happens.
It does happen. I don't know if I can be single for,
But how can
for
you be
10 years.
single for
That's a
10
long
years? That is.
time.
But
That is a
that might
decade.
be just single. She might be doing stuff in between.
That's true. Wasn't she? I believe so.
Facts. Yeah.
I don't think she was seriously dating, but she was dating. I don't know. That's rough. 10 years. I mean, you find yourself. I'm sure she probably knows herself very well, like to a certain degree. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that I could be single for 10 years.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with, knowing.
But there's nothing wrong with being single at all.
Right.
But 10 years, I don't know. Me
And I feel
personally,
like-
I could do it.
I feel like you, Jay, like I respect it because like you were single you've been single for how long, you said?
Like a year and a half.
So I feel like sometimes, people could jump into things soon when you don't really know yourself yet. And I feel like even with me, like I feel like back when I was single, that maybe I should have took more time for myself, even though I'm engaged and I'm happy. But sometimes you need time for you to figure you out. And I'm learning that about you just with your new place. Congrats, sis. You got
thanks,
yourself
sis.
together. Like, you got your own stuff and you're just building.
I feel like first of all, from being in a relationship for a nice period of time to being single was a complete world changer for me because
You was used to.
I was used to being in a relationship with somebody. I was used to, them in their ways and their ways that I didn't like and all of that stuff. And to go from that to not communicating or, not talking and not just living that normal routine where I was comfortable in.
Right.
It made me like, well, what am I doing else? Who am I outside of being with this person?
Yeah.
Who am I outside
That's
of being
real.
this person's girlfriend?
That's real.
And it made me be like, okay, there's some things that I want to change within myself, that I want to change within my life. And it all started with me writing down the plan. When you plan, you got to follow through. And I followed through everything that I wrote down on a piece of paper. I wish I could find it. It's here and it's happening. So,
That's good, Jay. And your own place happened within how long?
like
Yeah.
a week.
Blessings.
Or 2.
That's real. Because
God is
people,
good.
people try to get places and it takes them months.
Yeah,
Years.
It literally took me.
You didn't know?
No, I'm not even. No,
You didn't
it
need nobody.
didn't take weeks. It actually took a few days. It took a few days. But that just goes.
And you didn't
to
need nobody, right?
No.
And you was planning to do that with him? Yeah, you did it on your own. Congrats, sis. That's big.
Thank you.
Big. Now, what about, remember we was chatting earlier and we was preaching on our FaceTime?
Sis gave a good word, y'all. Y'all missed it.
But my whole thing
We'll give y'all a little
was,
insight.
what was it? Opposite sex as best friends while in a relationship? Was that it?
Yeah.
I feel like
We
it's
know,
kind of
sis. We feel the steam coming from you, honey.
honey.
We feel it.
That's not acceptable for me. It's just not. That's not for me.
It's not for you. For me, I feel like as long as there's boundaries within the friendship and there's a line that you don't cross, I feel like it's okay.
Kara.
What?
So what she said that I think you agree with her. She said there's boundaries.
As long as there's boundaries, I feel like
I definitely feel that there definitely should be boundaries, that lines you don't cross. You know what to do, what not to do.
Right.
You know what to say, what not to say.
Sis, Audra, what you feel on it? How you feel about it?
I don't know. Yeah, there's always boundaries with anything.
I also feel like I need to meet that person
Exactly.
up front.
If I feel like we're being serious, I need
Right, I need to meet that person up front. Like, granted, that's your friend, that's cool. Y'all been friends for years, that's fine. But I
But
feel like,
he or she need to learn the place.
right, and I would want to have just that conversation of hi.
Just a respect thing.
It is a respect thing because there's been times and there's been people like
coming
you've been in a relationship for years and then somebody pop up like, oh yeah, that's my best friend, and you're
but I honestly feel
side-eyeing like, well, where they been at all this time?
Right.
But you always want to flip it for that person, whoever that friend is. Like, would you like me to have a friend, or would you be okay with
Absolutely.
that? Make sure that that's
Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
Then we continue this.
Right.
Friend.
Absolutely, friend.
But I feel like,
But then that's trust too. Maybe it is
Yeah.
really a friend.
That is.
from elementary.
Right.
But still,
right.
make
That's
sure
what we
you're
were
okay
saying.
with me having a guy friend
Right. That's
from
true.
elementary school, whatever the case
Right,
may be.
right.
Make sure you're okay with that.
It has to be
both ways.
both ways. Yeah.
I feel like with me, I guess the reason why I can give some honesty.
Sip. Sip.
So, I think the reason why I don't like that and you guys are okay with that is because, you know, way back, like a relationship that I had, you know, they had a best friend. But that best friend wasn't a best friend, evidently. You know what I mean? And you find out the hard way. Which then kind of scars you from allowing your next relationship for them to have.
You always
a
go
best
in it with
friend.
that mindset.
How is
Mindset.
that your best friend, but you get in a relationship with that best friend right after y'all break? That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's not a
crazy.
best friend.
It all-
Probably just a side piece to me.
Yeah.
It always makes you think in the back of your head, like, is everybody like this? Does everybody
Right.
do this? Like,
And that's exactly how I
what-
thought and still think, because ultimately, you know, with me being engaged and about to get married, I have a real big thing where if you're in a marriage with somebody, why do you need a best friend that's the opposite sex? You're at another level. Is that necessary?
With marriage, like
How do you
boyfriend and
feel about
girlfriend, okay, but with marriage, it's
that's
more.
different. It should be you two.
It's more private. Like
Exactly.
your marriage
Okay,
should
good.
be
I'm
more.
glad we're
Your marriage
more
should
agreeing
be.
on it. Yes.
Yeah, it should be more private. It should not involve your family.
Right.
It should not involve your friends.
Right.
Everybody shouldn't know what's
Know
going
your
on.
business.
Right.
Right.
Yes,
And
I
there's nothing
agree.
wrong with that, because certain things you keep with your husband or your wife,
Right.
But that
and
even
certain
goes
things you keep with your friends or your
Right.
best friends or whatever.
Or
That's
even
true.
to yourself.
Right.
That's true. Because I
There's
feel like
nothing
every
wrong with that.
relationship, there's levels. Like, you can't act like a boyfriend in a fiance relationship. I think the mindset has to change.
You have to level up.
Level
there has
up.
to be a level up.
Right.
Yes.
It can't be the
It
same.
can't be
stays
the same
the
old.
same, it
That's
ain't
a
growing.
problem.
Yeah.
That anything
You're
that
not
doesn't
growing.
grow is dead.
Right.
Mhm.
But then I also think, and you know, we're churchgoers, right?
Yeah.
So it's like God has to be the center, even in that boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. You know, you have to introduce them to what you believe in and all of that, because that's what helps stick you together. I feel like
That is actually very true, and
I believe in that
I
wholeheartedly.
really feel like
I believe in that. God
certain
has to be the center.
relationships, not even like a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, but even just like friendships.
I agree.
You really kind of do have to believe in, not like you don't have to believe in everything like the same, but you should have some type of
Common ground with
common ground.
spirituality.
Right.
Yeah. I think
Should
that's
be able
key.
to pray together.
Right.
I feel like that's important because
That's very important.
Like
Even if you're not the same religion and
Right.
you don't go to the
Right.
now that's a whole
Right.
nother topic.
Right.
But even if you're not you need to believe in God. Like, well, in our case, God.
Yeah. Because I feel like
Do
you
y'all-
can't be. Go ahead.
do y'all feel like that y'all could be with somebody who's not like the same religion as you?
I could.
I can.
You
I
As
can.
long as you believe in God.
You don't have to be. You don't have to go to a church or go to
If
Saint
you're an
Christ.
atheist and I don't know.
I don't believe that. You have to go to church or go to Saint Christ.
No.
You could be Catholic. You can be Muslim.
Right.
I'm still okay with it. I mean, they still believe in God and pray. You know, it's just a little
They
bit
pray
different.
Their, yeah, they pray
Pray
their
their
different
prayer.
way.
Yeah.
You know, you can pray with me in the way I pray, and I'll pray with
With
you.
you.
Yep.
But what do
Exactly.
you do when that person's not even receptive to that?
Then that's not
That's
okay.
the problem.
That's not okay.
Right.
Next.
Yeah, that's where the
religion,
line is
yeah,
drawn.
religion in relationships is really
It's a-
because there's a lot of things to believe in, and there are some people who just really, don't know or don't
Right.
wanna
Because
know.
you believe, and we can be real, even about our own church and background. Some people come in and believe that it's some type of cult.
Yeah,
But again, that's another subject. We want to stick to that, but
relationship
still, that's
and marriage. and
that's
love.
still on the point of a relationship, because even my fiance, he was like, wow, he was really surprised at what we do, and you have to sit and explain, and then
It
they
is easier to
understand.
be with somebody in the church.
It is.
Because
It's easier.
They know.
It's
Yeah.
easier, but is it worth
But how?
it?
No.
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 Absolutely not.
That's honey.
Sick.
It's not. I mean, granted, we've been in relationships with men who've been in the church, but this was
Ugh.
years ago. How many years? I want to say it might have been like 10. 9, 10 years, right? Maybe they have changed. I don't know. But I mean, back then.
It's been about 5 years.
Okay, so you could speak on it more because I feel like with
5
me,
years.
it's been about 10.
Yeah.
I'm
About-
thankful.
9.
Yeah, about 9, 10. I feel like some of them are good guys. You know what I mean?
But they
But I
weren't
feel like
the right person for
for
you.
you, yeah.
They could have been right at that time, but like growing and seeing the future, probably no.
Right.
I mean, maybe you could have, been with that person, but it's like circumstances are in the way.
Right.
Like for me, for instance, like I was with someone and it was like they lived across the country and it was like very hard being that I had like, my child's one and it's like, okay, well, I want to make it work and I want to have my son to have a family, something that I really didn't have when I was growing up. I didn't have both my mom and my dad. And just because you have one parent doesn't mean it's it's all cotton candy and rainbows either. But
That's true.
That's true.
it's very hard being in a long distance relationship.